Good evening, councillors. My name's Rachel Watts and I'm on the Support Linfield Committee. I'm going to talk about dwelling targets. You've all received around 700 emails from residents, mostly asking you to vote against the adoption of the housing strategy. The Mayor sent a lengthy email replying to a large number of these. In her email, the Mayor stated that the New South Wales State Government requires that all Sydney Metropolitan Councils deliver the dwelling targets set by the State Government, and that Council is tasked with delivering the dwelling numbers, not with determining what those dwelling numbers will be. This was despite the fact that she was awaiting a response from the Planning Minister to her letter to the Premier seeking clarification on this very matter. The request for clarification was not mentioned until the end of the email, and the Mayor did not state that the clarification sought related to dwelling targets. The Mayor was well aware when she sent the email that there was contention around the targets. Councillors had been told by both state MPs that the targets were not state government requirements. One, in fact, only needs to have a quick look at the GSC's website and Section 10 of the GSC Act to see that its role is providing advice, recommendations and reports and giving some assistance to councils. It's clear from the GSC's A Metropolis of 3 Cities and the North District Plan that Council was required to come up with the targets. Based on readily available information, Support Linfield drew this conclusion. At the July Public Forum, I said, and I quote, "The GSC does not impose housing targets on councils. It has an advisory and consulting role. It's council's responsibility to come up with appropriate housing targets in consultation with the GSC and state agencies." And I should have also mentioned the community. Councillor Nye has indicated that the GSC provided briefings to councillors from which he understood that the targets were volunteered and encouraged, but that the 10,660 stated in the strategy was not mandatory. And as I mentioned, the Mayor had written to the Premier seeking clarification on dwelling targets. It's surprising and concerning that this clarification was needed in the circumstances. The information about dwelling targets in the Mayor's email was wrong. You've all no doubt read the Planning Minister's letter. This raises many questions. There was overwhelming information indicating that the targets were set by Council and not mandated by the state government. What was it that the Mayor found so compelling that she considered it appropriate to state unequivocally that Council was required to deliver the new dwelling numbers, not determine the numbers? What information was provided to the Mayor by Council staff before she sent her email? The community deserves answers. Considerable time and money went into the preparation of the housing strategy, and it's now clear that it's based on an incorrect premise. It cannot be adopted. Council staff need to start over again with a proper consultation process to come up with dwelling targets and a strategy for housing that accords with community needs and expectations. Openness and transparency are required. Thank you.